Hello and welcome everybody to our 6th operator overview. We're going to be talking about Castel today, and he is a difficulty level 2, a speed 2, and an armor 2. So he's basically, your most mid-tier operator you can have, basically. I don't know if I agree with the difficulty 2. His abilities with the armor panels he puts up are pretty much, very straightforward. I don't necessarily know why they would have made him a difficulty level 2, but we can move past that. You kind of see his abilities, and you can make your own judgments as we go on. So he puts up these bulletproof barricades, and they're definitely way more resilient than the standard ones. You can't, just punch them right away and break them. They will take quite a few rounds, like a glass can eventually shoot through his armor panels and get him to break, but generally speaking, people are going to use a breach charge or say a ash or a sledge, as we've talked about previously. So from there we can move on to his loadout. He has the UMP-45 and he has the M1014 shotgun. This is a semi-automatic shotgun. It is honestly quite a bit better than the previous pump action we've seen on the SAS operators. I still run his submachine gun only because it gives you, like I've said in the past few videos, advantage over the longer distance fights, and it also gives you a higher rate of fire when necessary when you're fighting those more higher level operators who are using ACOGs and things like that at a distance. So he has two secondaries. He has the 5.7 similar to Ash, and he also has a super shorty shotgun. I will run this shotgun every once in a while because it is nice to have the submachine gun and the shotgun. I generally, as you can see, use his 5.7, just like I said before, just the difference in range. However, I will say the super shorty is a decent shotgun if you wanted to run the submachine gun shotgun combo. His gadgets are the bulletproof camera, like we saw previously, and he also has this proximity alarm, which senses the triggers an alarm when enemies are in the direct range. So that's actually kind of nice, depending on how you play. This will give you a little bit more information. The bulletproof camera allow you to make a little bit more, call outs and things like that, markings. But this is also nice depending on your play style and what you like to do. So we can move on to his headgear. As you can see, I have quite a few. I actually do like this one quite a bit. I must have got this in a pack and I'm not using it. He has a couple other ones. I mean, that one I see a lot of people use. It's quite cool. This one's an old one I got in a pack with all FBI operators. So from there we can move on to his uniforms. And I have the secondary as well. I'm not sure why I didn't have those equipped. They actually are quite cool. He has a couple other uniforms. He is, like I've said before, some of the more original operators. So from here we can move on to a custom game so you can kind of see his abilities, and then after that we can transition into an actual in-game footage so you guys could see what his playstyle looks like in an actual match. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Here we are in a custom game, and we can go over his ability. So we have the armored panel. So we see this door frame here. We can use his armored panel. As you can see, it's very similar to setting up the regular, barricades. I can show you that animation here. So, we'll roll out a regular barricade. It literally is the same animation, just, we have this armored panel. So we will hit this barricade. And as you can see, one hit breaks it, 2 hits breaks it some more, and 3 hits will break it completely. As we go over to his barricade, we can punch it. As you can see, there's no breaking. We can't see the other side. It will take quite a few hits to get through this. You're best to use a breaching charge or a grenade or anything like that to get through them versus sitting there and hitting them. So what you can do though, if you do hear people breaking them, if you have a teammate with a a C4 charge, what I like to do is if I hear people trying to break them, I'll throw the C4 charge on the barricade and blow it up, killing the person on the other side sitting here trying to break it. You can also use these on windows, which it's very effective to try to keep people from getting in or shooting through the windows to, get a good peek on this room. So you can do the same thing here. And, they're actually pretty strong. As long as you don't run into people with, breaching charges and things like that, you can basically control how people flow through the map. So as you can see, if I came through here, I saw this, I didn't have breaching charges, I would be, I'd basically be required to either go this way or this way, depending on, if I had already blocked off this area, they'd have to definitely go this way, which then puts them in kind of a disadvantaged situation because, I can basically control where they're about to go. So from there, say we were doing that, we could play this deployable bulletproof camera, as you can see. So I can open this up and look at it. You can't, rotate or, pan or anything like that, like with regular cameras, but it does give you some advantage because it is bulletproof. They can't just shoot it once and then have it break. So I can set this up here, and basically someone comes up to this door, realizes it's blocked up. I've blocked up this door. I can see that they have to come this way, so it gives me a huge advantage over, you know, how they're gonna play and what they need to do. And as you can see, you can shoot this camera. Absolutely nothing happens. To break it, you have to punch it, or you can shoot it in a, you know, and it will eventually break. Just like this barricade, you know, eventually it will break. It will just take a long time, and your position will be given away, you know, long before you get through this barricade here. So that's kind of Castle. That's how he plays. He's very strong at kind of, you know, keeping people out of objectives, depending on who the attackers actually pick. So we can transition into him in an actual game, so you kind of understand what his actual abilities look like in a real-world environment, and that should do it. See you in the next one.
Need to protect the biohazard container.
All right.
Secure the room.
There's a couple places that are good. The armor panels here.
Barricade up!
We'll probably follow this.
Op 4 located the biohazard container.
And I'll hang out up here probably. Perfect. Thought that might have been a drone over there. It was not.
10 seconds.
I think lastly, I'll probably just do
Down to 5 seconds.
I'll do this right here. Perfect.
Op 4 drone has located the biohazard container.
Hang out up here.
Now you see, can and now you won't.
Actually get the hatches because that's a smart thing to do.
Barricade set.
Reinforcement complete!
Here's him.
Loading full magazine!
New feed active.
Try!
I don't know how I didn't kill him with the headshot, but alright. Hold up.
Op 4 last stop standing.
What did I just witness? And there you go. So at the end of the day, Castle is an entry denial operator. With his armored panels, he's there to try to keep you out of an objective. He's trying to protect the teammates, and he's trying to redirect the flow of the map through using his armored panels. His only issue is it's so easy to counter his armored panels. All you need is a breach charge, a grenade, hit it enough times. It will make noise, and it will kind of give you some kind of advantage on trying to understand where the enemy is coming from. But honestly, at the end of the day, it's not enough. I would not necessarily recommend Castle as being one of the higher entry denial operators. There are better entry denial operators that are a little less likely to be countered. But if you like the playstyle, of course, and that is something you're interested in, I definitely recommend you pick them up. But at the end of the day, we'll find better people as we go through these overviews. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.